2013 was filled with many fun and entertaining events within the city of Suffolk that brought families together and allowed many to share in something wonderful. This special Suffolk Headlines Year in Review segment takes a look back at some of these events. To some, Groundhog Day marks the end of winter and the ushering in of spring. For children, it's just a great day to have fun. The Suffolk Division of Tourism sponsored the second annual Groundhog Day celebration, which brought children from all over the city out to meet, you guessed it, Suffolk's favorite groundhog, affectionately named Peanut.
We are out at the Suffolk Visitor Center Pavilion celebrating Groundhog's Day a day early. We have partnered with the Suffolk Art Gallery and ECDC. We had a very good turnout despite the wind and the chilly weather. We've had about 150 or so children from area preschools and homes come to visit us.
The Children's Center actually sent out emails. The City of Suffolk notified them and they let all the teachers know that we'd be out here today. I'm really excited. We've been learning about hibernation in the classroom and Groundhog's Day, so this is really fun for the kids. It is cold, but we're making it, and we've been talking about winter, so now they get to see how cold it is, and it's a good follow-up to the lessons we've been doing in the classroom. They love the bunny rabbits, and they were very surprised to see a pig.
Hello! My name is Peanut, the groundhog. Well, I might be a little biased, but my favorite vacation spot is the historic Suffolk, Virginia. It's a lot warmer than Pennsylvania.
Step Africa is the first professional company in the world dedicated to the tradition of stepping. Based in Washington, D.C., Step Africa is D.C.'s first and only cultural ambassador representing the city and nation at events around the world. Having the company perform at the Suffolk Center for Cultural Arts was an honor to say the least.
Well, our performance is definitely for all ages. As you heard in the show, in 1994, the founder of Step Africa went over to South Africa and he began doing a cultural exchange. So we showed them a little bit of stepping and they showed us a little bit of African dance. And ever since then, once we began touring in 2000, we've been sharing this art form with people of all ages all over the world. So today they got kind of a sneak peek of what's going to happen tonight. Well, that's what makes stepping different from other dance forms. People are usually used to going into a theater and having to be quiet. And we want the opposite. Actually, the more energy the audience gives to us, the better, because we can feel that up there. So it's kind of great to be interactive. So sometimes we will clap with them, sometimes we just want them to cheer. Just hearing them say, "You go girl," is something that really gets us exciting because it's a part of the Greek culture to just have a sense of community. So we try to make sure that everyone knows that when they come in at the beginning of the show so that they aren't afraid to clap, cheer, and even get out of their seats. Also in the show, we teach about teamwork, commitment, and discipline. And commitment is all about persevering. Anything you start, you want to finish. And everything is not going to be easy in life, and sometimes as a kid, we don't quite get that yet, and we think it's hard and we just want to stop. So if we can teach them now that even the smallest thing, even when you're learning the step during the show, just finish it, so that when you get to college and you want to fulfill all those big dreams, it's not far away, it's just within your grasp, just finish. So in order to be a member in Step Africa, you have to have your college degree before you can audition. So it's really great to just share that with students because even though we all have our degrees in several things, we heard some people say journalism, some people have science, some people have dance, but we've chosen to be dancers and entertain and educate people all over the world. So no matter what you're doing out there, guys, just finish.
Okay, great.
Brothers and sisters? Yes. Brothers and sisters? Yes. Brothers? Yes. Brothers? Yes. Sisters? Yes. Sisters? Yes. Brothers and sisters? Yes. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yo. Yo. Reach out. Step. Step. Very good. Give yourselves a round of applause.
My story is actually kind of weird. I was a creative executive at the Sci-Fi Channel at the time. And one of my sorority sisters had seen Step Africa perform. And she called me and she said, "Why aren't you doing this?" And I was like, "What do you mean? I'm an adult. I have bills, I have student loans, and I am within my salaried position, and this is what I'm supposed to be doing." However, I have been stepping since I was about 11 years old, and I did not think that I could be a stepper for a living. So that got my curiosity going. So I said, hey, I'll go to the audition. If I make it, then this is what I'm supposed to be doing. If I don't, that's fine because I have a job anyway. And so I made it, and it really has just broadened my horizons because I've always been a performer, but I was one of those kids who thought that that was your dream. You dream to be a performer, but you know, you go to college, you get your degree, and you go out and you get a real job and you pay your bills and you do things like that. But it doesn't have to stop there. If you want to entertain, you can entertain. If you want to perform, you can perform. So being on the stage has just made me want to be on even more stages, and it's made me go to my singing lessons again, and it's made me, you know, audition for plays and things. So I'm really excited about this opportunity, and if anybody is out there and they are just wanting to perform, do it. You will not regret it.
Riding your bike is fun. Riding your bike for a great cause is even better. This year's Tour de Cure brought people together to take a stand against diabetes, as well as show their support.
The money goes toward our mission, and our mission is really threefold. We are certainly looking for ultimately the cure for diabetes, and I think if you ask anybody who has diabetes, that's what everybody wants. So we nationally devote close to $50 million per year to research, and about $3 million to $5 million comes back annually into the state of Virginia for research. So that's a big piece of what we do. We also are advocating for the rights of people with diabetes, so funding goes into making sure that our kids are safe in schools, that individuals are safe in the workplace, and that additional dollars from the federal government are being advocated for diabetes research. And then really the biggest component as well is just the whole education and awareness piece, because diabetes is becoming an epidemic in our society. So it is so important for us to make sure that people are knowledgeable about what diabetes is, that if you have a family history, that it's really important that you be tested annually and talk to your physician, that you know the warning signs and risk factors for the disease.
I enjoy working with the ADA. I enjoy the team spirit and the passion for the cause. I also believe in giving back to the community in any way I can as a healthcare professional. These seem to be very passionate about bike riding, maybe extreme in some cases, but they seem to be really dedicated to the disease, the cause, just the whole event. It's a lot of enthusiasm here.
This event happens many places. We could do this event in DC. We're all from DC, and they have one there. But that's where we live and ride. And to come down here and support a beautiful area like Suffolk, to see a community that they don't look at you as an annoyance as they do in DC. DC's got a great cycling community, but we have to compete with everything else in DC. I think the advantage here in Suffolk is that there's a a welcoming factor, that the community is open to. They want to encourage this. They want to encourage this type of activity. So why wouldn't we? And it's a great ride for us. It's our first event of the year that we've done every year. It's our first major event. It's a relatively easy ride for the most part, so it allows us to train for it early, prepare for it early, and then this is kind of our official kickoff of the season, if you will. And several of us do race on other teams or other activities, but this is the one main event that we start the season with, and then we have another big event in the fall where we end the season all together, all for a good cause.
People and pets came from miles around for this year's Mutt Strut and Dog Festival. The event was filled with lots of fun activities for the whole family, especially for the furry, four-legged members.
This event is absolutely wonderful I can speak from a shelter dog perspective. It's really great for them to be socialized with other dogs and just be near them. And for them to get out for the day is more than they could really ask for, because they don't get this kind of day at the shelter, honestly. They get walked, but this is so much better to be out and just have a good time with everybody, and they're enjoying every second of it, really. Oh, I'm having a great time. I love seeing all the different dogs. Everybody has been so nice to the dogs, to us. The vendors out here have been wonderful. There's so many rescues. We have a common connection there. We're having a great time. It's been an excellent event. It is every year. I've been coming for a little while, and every year there's something for everybody. There's something for everybody every year here. My advice for somebody who's thinking of adopting is really think about your home situation. Do you have children? Where you live? With Portsmouth Humane, we really try to match the family with the dog, so to make sure that everybody is happy with your adoption. So I would come in and talk to an adoption counselor and see what your options are. They'll bring out several dogs and find the perfect match for you. I'm sure we have one, definitely. This is Gandhi. He's about a year old. He's a lab pit bull mix, and he's from Portsmouth Humane Society. He knows some basic commands, and he's still got a little puppy in him, but he's very trainable, and he's a lovable, sweet guy, and really good on a leash too. Come here, sit. Good boy, watch.
This is not something that I had planned on doing. Someone called me this afternoon about 3 and said, you ought to go out because it'd be a good chance for your dog to socialize and meet other dogs and just have a nice little afternoon out. And so we're here, and it's a wonderful event. He's never seen this many animals or dogs in one place. He's met some of his cousins today. Great Dane was one of the dogs that was used to create the breed, and we've met several Great Danes today, and he is friendly and plays with everybody. He plays with the little dogs, the big dogs, and there's plenty of them out here for him to get all these new experiences, and I'm glad I came.
Bennett's Creek Park was full of fun and excitement at this year's Suffolk Rockin' Relay for Life. All who came out are dedicated to finding a cure for cancer. The quiet strength of cancer survivors and cheering caregivers made this year's event a celebration to remember.
It should give you great joy to know that every dollar raised here is going to go to the American Cancer Society for that research and to continue on with everything that Cancer Society does each and every day. So I just say to you, God bless you. I look forward to the survivors. We'll remember those we've lost in love. We're going to support the survivors and pray for their goal to continue to come back year after year. And just make sure everybody gets themselves checked and we just keep on working toward a cure.
Target's out here supporting Relay for Life this year in Suffolk, Virginia. It's a wonderful event. It's a way for us to give back and be more involved with the community. The survivors, we actually have some cancer survivors that work for Target, so it's definitely a cause that's near and dear to our hearts. Cancer, I think, has hit almost every person that there is in the United States in some form. I know that my father passed away when I was very young of cancer. I have several family members that has affected. So it's definitely friends. It's definitely a good cause to support. It looks like it's going to be a really great turnout tonight, and we're excited to be here.
I think it's actually been really well. Everyone either knows someone or has some type of connection with someone that's had cancer. So, you know, it's been really great. Everybody's contributed. We've almost met our goal. Woo! Our goal is $5,000 this year, and we're almost there. American Cancer Society actually sponsors Relay for Life. So American Cancer Society will give you all the information. There's Relay for Life events not only in Suffolk, but every city. So the American Cancer Society has always something going on there all throughout the year to be involved. It's very important because we, as the Bible speaks, we are to look out for one another and take care of those that can't take care of themselves. And cancer is a devastating disease that we all know too well, and it can be a financially draining, emotionally draining. So any support, it doesn't have to be finances, you can just offer emotional support, a ride to the doctor, so everyone can do something.
The Suffolk Parks and Recreation sponsored yet another fantastic Stars and Stripes spectacular. Constance Wharf Park and Marina was packed with people wanting to enjoy their Independence Day with great music, vendors, activities, and of course, fireworks.
We're watching the fireworks and just enjoying the weather. Well, so far we've just been lounging in our chairs, enjoying the weather, enjoying the music, and so far it's been great. I think it's important for the city. It brings people together. You get to know your neighbors, and it's just a great time to enjoy the city of Suffolk and what it has to offer.
This is the annual Suffolk Fireworks Show, and I don't know how long they've been doing it, but we've been coming every year, and we look forward to it. And we're just sitting here waiting for it to get dark enough to set it off. I like the band. I've heard them play at another venue. They're quite good. And the kids always love the bounce house and all the children's activities. It's always a well thought out event. Everybody has a great time. Oh yeah, it's excellent. It's about 15 minutes. It's very nicely done, well thought out display. And the best part is the finale at the end when they just let go of everything they got left and the sky just lights up.
Cedar Hill Cemetery is an integral part of Suffolk's past and present. A workshop at the North Suffolk Library provided stories and historical facts about Cedar Hill Cemetery and its humble beginnings.
We're here at the North Suffolk Library. We're having our final event of the summer reading program for adults. This is the Cedar Hill Cemetery Past and Present program. It's past, it goes back into the 1800s, and where they see the future of the cemetery going and how it's an important part of Suffolk history. We have Dana Adams and Sue Woodward from the Historical Society. It's important for people to have a good grasp of how historic Suffolk actually is. And a lot of people in this area, I think, are new residents that may not know how far back the city goes and the history of the city. And the Cedar Hill Cemetery is a reflection of that. All the events that have taken place here in this area for back into the 1800s. So we're glad to be able to bring them in tonight for our wrap-up program for the summer reading program.
His is one of the few private residences that the Union soldier, after the war, a Union soldier drew a map from memory, a map of the city of Suffolk, and he put Henry Riddick's house on there and called it the Secesh House because Henry Riddick was such a fiery secessionist and he let him know it. There he is. He's probably looking for another fight right now. He was famous for having kind of a bad temper.
This year's annual powwow was extra special for all in attendance. It was preceded by a dedication ceremony in which the City of Suffolk presented the deed that transferred 70 acres of land to the Nansemond Indian Tribal Association.
This is a special day. Return of our land back to our people, our ancestral homeland, part of our original ancestral homeland. It has so much spiritual connection with this place and our people that it's special to come back here and finally achieve our goal of getting the deed and being able to come home. But that's an important part of our heritage spirit, celebrating our heritage. And that's part of of our yearly celebration to start with. This is 25 years that we've been coming back up here now, so that makes it special. But today is a really special event to be able to come back to our own homeland and actually do it on our place. So that makes it special.
It is a celebration of the Nansemond people. When you come to the powwow, you can expect to see many dancers and tribes from different nations, all types of regalia, different singing. You can explore the actual vendors that have goods for sale, such as silver and beading. You can also enjoy some of the food that's available, like fry bread and Indian tacos. And it's a celebration for us as Indian people. It's a way to express our Indianness and really celebrate who we are and the fact that we're still here. And today is such a special day because, of course, the Nansemond were deeded back their land here today. So this powwow is an incredible event to come out and really celebrate together something that is truly historic and something that we all can bond together from all nations and all families and enjoy it as one.
Waterways, a juried exhibition of works relating to the waters that surround us, and Matt Ike, the Seven Cities Satellite exhibit, opened at the gallery on September 7th. The Waterways exhibit features 68 artworks by 34 Hampton Roads artists, and Matt Ike's exhibit has been organized by MoCA, which is the Virginia Museum of Contemporary Art. The exhibits will remain on display through October 25th.
I had been out of town and I stopped by the gallery to pick up a piece I had in a previous show, and Linda told me, hey, the deadline's coming up, and I said, oh, I don't know if I have anything ready, and I, at the very last minute, submitted a piece. And then I received an email from the Art League. I submitted a piece that's based on, actually from the book, I think it's like The River Binds Us, and it's just stories of the waterways around Isle of Wight County, and it kind of inspired me, and I love the architecture of the homes in the area and the little oyster boats. So that was when I did that, the piece that I submitted. Fabulous! I've actually never won anything before like this, so it feels really great and very rewarding. I think I just love having a creative outlet, and it's just very therapeutic, and I'll just see any random object and think in my head, oh, I could do that this way and make it look this way, and I just love having a creative outlet, and everything inspires me.
I entered two pieces. One is a photograph, it's Deep Creek Misty Morning, and this is a really mood-evoking kind of a shot of the water with the mist rising up on the water. It's taken in the fall, so it's a lot of colors still, and it's typical of what you might see on the Intercoastal Waterway here at the end of the Elizabeth River. And the other piece that I submitted is sort of a hulk of a ship. It looks like a tugboat, but it could be any kind of trawler or something. And so I was experimenting. I normally work in clay. And in this piece, I wanted it to be something that looked like it was abandoned, something rusty, something that was just, almost like the ships that are in Russia when they drain the lakes and the ships just sat there. Kind of that idea. I'm fascinated by the patina of rust and old things, so that's kind of appeals to me. I think it's great that Suffolk has an art center, because not only do they have classes here, but they have chances for artists, local artists, as well as artists from other places show their work. And so I think it's really kind of vital that a city have some sort of a cultural background. Not only housing and employment and things are important, but somewhere that people can show, even if they're not professionals, it doesn't matter, but a chance to have an outlet for whatever they wanted to say. So I think this is a great place in Suffolk that has changing shows frequently, and so it's really a nice place to come and meet people like you. And so it's a fun place, and I'm really glad they're here, and I support them 100%. Art is a major part of mine and my wife's life. We were both art teachers. I started in Norfolk and she started in Virginia Beach years ago. And we went overseas. We taught for the government on military bases. It's called Department of Defense Dependent Schools. So we had a chance to travel the world and make lots of art and visit interesting cultures. And now that our students are grown up, we can see them and hear from them on Facebook and find out that some went on through my video classes and are filmmakers, others are teaching drawing in universities. So this is kind of a way for us to connect and find out what happened to them. So I think that's really something that's a positive thing for social media.
I submitted a large 2 foot by 4 foot acrylic on canvas piece that is entitled Incoming, which refers to the tides coming in and out. And again, because the theme of the show is waterways, I felt that that was a very good topic for the show. And I based it on a photograph that I had taken of an incoming storm. And then I changed it and reversed the color scheme so that it was abstract, simplified, and rearranged, and the color scheme was orange for the sky and blue for the water and sand. I think that is probably one of my favorite aspects of having or participating in exhibitions and shows, is the fact that when it does have a theme, that we all bring to the table a new storyline or a new image that we learn from one another as well. And I think that that's what is probably very intriguing, because if you look around the exhibition today, you will see there are a lot of images of boats, there are a lot of images of water scenes, but each artist interprets each scene differently, and the compositions, I think are always also very interesting to see how an artist lines up their lens or what part of an image they decide to take. Art has always been an intrinsic part of my life. One of my very first memories is the smell of crayons in the summer on my grandmother's porch. And I've basically been in love with art ever since. I always designed all the programs in grade school for all the plays. I was in the theater group and did the set designs. Every single part of our lives is touched by art. There's science, there's mathematics. Look at history. Without art, there would be no images, before a camera. Probably William Blake said it best, that art is breath. Art is life.
Beautiful weather, food, and fun made the Taste of Suffolk a festival to remember. Suffolk's finest restaurants served up their best dishes at discounted prices, and there was something for everyone to enjoy, from music and entertainment to contests and prizes.
Today has been a great day. We have a huge children's section at the First Baptist Church parking lot. The stages are awesome, packed with wonderful entertainment from Snack Bar Jones, and we're closing out this evening with Touch of Spice. The vendors are great, all of the restaurants that are participating, and the vendors, you can buy almost anything. It's a wonderful Taste of Suffolk this year. This year's turnout has superseded our expectations. There are thousands of people up and down Main Street, and it's what it's about, Suffolk, a wonderful place, the history as well as our future, celebrated all in one day.
Your mark, get ready, get set, go!
I like hot food. Does it burn you up? Yeah. I take cayenne pepper every day.
Hundreds of participants were up at sunrise for the Peanut Fest 5K run and walk. Many came out for the exercise, the united front to stand up for great health, and all came out for the fun. Put on by the Suffolk Partnership for a Healthy Community, the event was quite a success.
They love running, and so I decided, I might as well come out and join them. Their big brother and mom and dad are out doing the 5K, and so little ones went and did the 1 miler. Oh, it's very important. I mean, I went to school for that, and so it's just something that I try to instill in my nephews. But it's very important, healthy lifestyle, live long.
I didn't have her, I would have finished first. I wouldn't have. That's pretty tough though.
How'd you like it?
I think I'm gonna do it next year.
Okay. So what made you come out to this today?
Hey, good job.
Food, activities, and holiday cheer were the main ingredients for this year's Lunch with Santa. Kids of all ages were excited to tell Santa what they wanted for Christmas, as well as take a picture with him. This free event created special memories for all in attendance.
Yeah, Lunch with Santa today is an event that we've offered to the community out here. We've been doing it for the past 6 or 7 years or more. Event where they come out, the kids come out, bring a free toy which we donate to CHKD. And they come out and just have a good time, get an opportunity to take a picture with Santa, eat, and have fun. Well, we have the bounce houses out here. We have Kenya the Clown, who's been with us now for like the past 4 years, which she does a great job. We have arts and craft projects, and they get a chance also to do Santa's Calling, where they fill out a form and have Santa call the kids at night for toys and other things like that. Well, it helps the community because it lets them know that we are out here for them in support of them so they can come out and support us. It gives us an opportunity to showcase things that we offer for the city. They love it, by far. I mean, every year they come out, they just tell us what such a great event it is and that we put on for them, and they really enjoy themselves when they come out. Well, I just want to add, like you said, we have a strong staff out here who comes and works and do a great job with the kids as well as the parents. And also we have our Santa and Mrs. Claus who come out and the kids really love it. This event, I think, is one of the better events out here in this area for this community. And like I said, they come out and they really come out in a huge number and support us out here.
Yeah, I saw on his lap the first time we went in. Monster High doll. It's a monster and it's a werewolf and her name's Claudine. We're going to get our face painting. And we got cotton candy and popcorn, and my sister and friend got a prize. I think I'm gonna go to that place with the wish list and get some balloons, and I wanna go on the bouncy house too. That we get to spend some time with our family, and that I get to open gifts under the Christmas tree.
All right.
And that my elf's coming tomorrow, my elf on the shelf. I hope he's hanging upside down on the fan again.
Well, I played in the bounce house and I had cleaned up my chores, which was pretty fun. I really like being here because I get to do very fun things and I get to watch movies. Well, I ate a cookie and some of the Chick-fil-A food here. Well, I like when you give and take things that your parents give you or somebody else gives you. I would ask him for a toy helicopter and a Lego boat. I would like to get a balloon that has the stuff where you shape it, and then I would like to go back in the bounce house.
We enjoyed having you as we look back at what 2013 had to offer. Be sure to stay with us as the City of Suffolk has new and exciting adventures in 2014. As always, thanks for watching this segment of Suffolk Headlines.